Well, a judge pleaded not guilty on his behalf in line with the rules of the court. It's his second appearance since his arrest in July. The next hearing is scheduled for the 17th of September. Many Serbs don't believe Karadzic will receive a fair trial at that tribunal. Vera Pushkova reports now from Belgrade.
5 p.m. in Belgrade, heavy rain. A small crowd of people with umbrellas gather together. They continue to object to the arrest of Radovan Karadzic, whom many here still regard as a defender of the Serbs during the 1992-95 Bosnian War.
We are protesting against the current regime that extradited Radovan Karadzic to The Hague. Around 70% would tell you they're opposed to this shameful extradition. The Hague Tribunal was created to punish only the Serbs.
As the rain stops, the crowd gets bigger and the protesters begin their traditional march.
Whatever the weather, these people have been gathering in the center of Belgrade every day since the news of Radovan Karadzic's arrest became public. They have branded the Serb officials who allowed the extradition traitors, as they're convinced the Hague Tribunal is conducting anti-Serb policy.
Radovan Karadzic was extradited to The Hague after being arrested in July and spending 13 years on the run. He'd lived in Belgrade, disguised with a beard and long hair, while working as an alternative healer. He's charged with crimes against humanity and allegedly masterminding the genocide of Bosnian Muslims in Srebrenica in 1995. His brother Luka says Radovan could be proved not guilty if people listen to the truth. We caught up with Luka on the day before his brother was due to appear in front of the tribunal for the second time.
I fear for his life. He said himself he might die there. I want to remind you of the secret Karadzic-Holbrooke deal, as in the agreement with the man representing the US and the Balkans at the time. Radovan was offered immunity if he disappeared after the war, and he fulfilled his part. From 1998 he became totally anonymous. The Americans didn't keep their promise, and the Americans often resolve their embarrassments by getting rid of problem people, which for them is my brother.
Radovan Karadzic decided to represent himself in the court, just like Slobodan Milosevic, the ex-Serbian president, who died of a heart attack in his prison cell in March 2006. Before his trial concluded. General Bozidar Delic spent 96 days in The Hague as a witness for Milosevic's defense. He shared with me his first-hand experience of the tribunal.
It wasn't just Milosevic who died in The Hague. It's just his case is the most obvious one. I was there, and my conclusion is that a political court does not judge a person but a whole nation. It is the only system in the world where the rules are constantly changed, depending on who the defendant is.
Vladimir Kršljanin, former foreign relations advisor to Milosevic, agrees.
This is a killing machinery. About a dozen of Serbs already died in the tribunal, including President Milosevic himself. Anyone who is Serb and who gets there must be afraid for his life. So it should be cut, it should be abolished as soon as possible. It's a shame for the whole world.
The extradition of Radovan Karadzic was one of the conditions for Serbia to get closer to membership of the EU. But many in Serbia still think that their country has nothing to gain from the move, and that this trial is about to become yet another humiliation for their nation. Daria Pushkova, RT, Belgrade.